What in the world is going on in the Congo? There's this mystery disease X that seemed to appear out of nowhere. This is a country that has been plagued just in the past few months with regards to another outbreak of monkeypox. This is so strange. What is going on? Well, by the time you have watched the full presentation that I'm going to do, I can't do it here. It's too important, and I can't afford for it to be censored because it is going to be to the point. I am going to be connecting a number of things that are quite relevant in terms of the disease. I'm going to be going from June 2024, when they had this outbreak of monkeypox, to the recent information from the DRC about the diagnosis of disease X. This was on the 5th of December 2024. We're now at the 12th, and they were trying to figure out what was happening that was causing deaths with children, fever, headaches, cough, and sometimes difficulty breathing. This was supposed to come out in a few days, and I held off on this presentation because I needed to make sure that my instinct was right. And my instinct was right. So you need to understand what it was that I'm looking for. And when I show you this principle of disease X, this is the book that we've just produced. You need to join us in this journey. The more that you learn about how disease X, which essentially is going to be connected to the virus that has been circulating for the past 5 years across the world. There is no new disease X. What we're dealing with is the aftermath of what has been going on. And you'll be excited to know, well, I'm excited that we have released Disease X. Are You Prepared? The same book that I've just shown you here. And guess what? Maybe just for today, but we are number one in our section on Amazon. And so please join us, get either the ebook or the paperback. Join us and support us. Been a really fascinating journey. And more than ever, you need to understand what in the world is going on. So, you'll never believe what it turns out they're realizing what disease X in the Congo is. And again, fresh off the press, breaking news. I've got a news report because I was waiting for it. I was looking out for this one because it was so important. And here we have it in the Jerusalem Post. This was just posted 4 hours ago. The WHO links the mysterious disease X in the Congo to malaria. Malaria. That's the disease X in the Congo. How in the world is that possible? So they have been finding of the 12 initial samples collected from the patients, 10 tested positive for malaria, although it is possible that more than one disease is involved. This is exactly the point. That's what I've been saying. It's going to be more than one disease involved. The question is, how in the world could this be connected with COVID? That's what I predict. That's what I'm going to explain. That's how it's going to all seem to make sense. And this is why, as I said, once you understand the science, everything starts to make sense. And part of what I'll be explaining there in this is that I will be doing an overview as to what happens with regards to malaria. This will be on Substack. If you are live now, it's not ready yet. Hopefully, in a few hours, I will have that full presentation ready. And it will be going through just some of the basics about malaria, how it infects the body, the cycle, the malaria transmission cycle, how it goes from the mosquito down to the liver, then to the blood, then back to the mosquito, how it circulates. And more importantly, why is it that in an endemic region, because malaria is endemic in the Congo, why is it suddenly appearing to cause severe illness and deaths in children. What is going on? And how is this potentially connected with what happened with monkeypox? It seems to make no sense if you don't understand how to join and connect the dots. So you'll be hearing this. This is my analysis. But as I said, I had done this analysis before, but I couldn't present it until I got evidence for what I suspected, which is that what we are going to be seeing is not new disease, but old disease that becomes exacerbated because of what happens to the immune system in the context of ongoing circulation of this virus. Anybody who underestimates this virus is going to get caught out. And this is why I wrote Disease X. The purpose was because I am almost sure, and I said this, if, let's use the big word if this was gain of function research, because there's a lot of argument as to whether or not it is or it isn't, you're not going to produce a better virus than SARS-CoV-2. That's my prediction. They may think they can, but I am telling you, this is a beast of a virus. The capabilities are beyond anything we have ever seen. This is why it's still circulating. This is why now it's presenting in different ways. And if you underestimate it, you do so at your peril, because it is like it's like being hit multiple times. It just doesn't stop. And this is the challenge we're up against. You need to understand it. You need to be prepared for it. You need to find ways to mitigate against it. This is why, as I said, we have written this. It's just coincidental that we are releasing Disease X. Are you prepared right at the time where there is potentially a Disease X? Join us in this. And remember, if you want to see the full presentation, follow me on Substack. And remember, this is going to be my analysis based on my prediction before this actually happened. And therefore, I suspect that my scientific insight into it may be correct. And if I am right, they need to figure out strategies to mitigate this virus, because it will come with significant long-term problems to population health. And critically, those places that are continuing to circulate the virus are putting other people at risk, because this is exactly what I'm going to explain, is how in the world did this suddenly become an issue in the Congo? It's because of something that happened around that time, is my prediction. Where in the world did they get the COVID from in the first place? And this is where the question lies. The whole world is being put at risk because this virus is continuing to circulate in highly vaccinated regions. And then that circulation is going to go into other regions and make vulnerable people very sick. Serious problems ahead. Who is responsible? What are the answers? Make sure, as I said, join the Substack. That's the only way you'll get the full presentation. And remember to support us with regards to Disease X. Look out for more information soon. Have a great evening.